in honor of using the Lavo today, we are going to be making a Bigos. This is a Polish hunter stew. Now, according to everything I read online, a hunter stew needs to contain two things, meat and sauerkraut, right? Everything else is pretty flexible, and I mean pretty flexible. Some recipes have plums, others use tomato paste, dry red wine, mushrooms, but I went for a pretty basic one, right? That we can do using just our mess kit. So let's take a look. First thing we're going to do is get our skillet right here, and we're just going to preheat it a little bit. Somewhere atop this. And we're going to crisp up. I have bacon, kielbasa, and a little bit of onion. We'll just use a relatively green branch. And the nice thing is we don't really need this to be like super thoroughly, you know, done to a crisp, because the primary cooking is going to be done in the canteen pot, right? This is just sort of browning to get the flavor, to get that sort of crisp flavor going on. All right, so that's all been browned up pretty good. Right, now what we're going to do is switch it over. We're going to start making the proper stew part of this. So we're going to get our pot suspended just over the fire. There we go. Alright, now to that we're going to be doing cabbage and sauerkraut. Okay, let's get a little more heat going on this fire. And if we want to expedite this a little bit, we're just going to put a lid on it. Alright? Got all of our meat right there. I just wiped the lid down a little bit and we set it on there, and that should start to heat up and you should see the cabbage start to wilt. Alright, so now that the cabbage has wilted down pretty good, we are going to put in the meat. The bacon, the kielbasa, and the onions. And then of course we're going to do one of the iconic Bigos ingredients. Prunes. Dried prunes. Well, all prunes are dried. But yeah, we're just going to pop them out. Just slice them open real quick. Alright, so we get all that good, juicy goodness. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, prunes, sauerkraut? That's a lot of digestive health. Yeah, I guess it is. I guess Poles are just a people that take their digestive health seriously. I mean, how many prunes does this need? I don't know. But we're getting what we're getting. I bought a bag. I got a bunch. In will go a bunch. Because, you know, I think this will be nice. I think with the sauerkraut vinegar, I think sweetening it up with a couple of prunes is going to be good. I think it's going to be excellent, actually. And here, I'll even have a snack. Pretty good. And just to make sure that we have a little bit of liquid in there to keep it from burning and all and sticking to the bottom, and to make sure it's a true stew, we're going to throw some snow in. Alright, that Bigos is looking done. Alright guys, this actually smells great. It looks, it looks a little funky, I think, because of the prunes have sort of rehydrated. And so everything has this, like, I think it's pretty nice, a like golden red color. You can see there. I mean, it really does look like a good hearty stew. But let's see. Let's give it a taste. Oh, wait, you know what? Almost missed one of the more important ingredients, courtesy of the Russian ration, of course, pepper. So they say that because there's bacon and kielbasa, that usually you don't need to add salt, but they do recommend adding some black pepper. Alright, we'll give this a stir. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. So I did a lot of prunes, but the sour of the sauerkraut and the sweetness of the prunes really gives it a cool, almost like fruity stew vibe. Yeah, with the bacon and the kielbasa. Yeah, the only thing I would do differently, I would take out maybe I would do like 2 less prunes. I mean, what's interesting to me is that with the kielbasa and the sauerkraut, the prunes it was weird because the recipes, some said they put in tomatoes and some said plums, and they seem so different, but I get it now. I get this. This plum sauce almost had like a tomato sauce vibe. Alright, a little acidic. So guys, overall, I gotta say, I really enjoyed the Bigos. I thought it really came together great. And, almost every ingredient is good to go backpacking. You don't need to refrigerate. The sauerkraut, the cabbage, the kielbasa, only the bacon would need to be refrigerated. But honestly, you could probably throw bacon bits in at the last minute, like the dried, ready-made bacon bits, and you'd probably be all right. You could also just pre-make the bacon, right? And bacon's not the worst meat in the world to have unrefrigerated for a little bit. Especially in winter conditions, everywhere's a refrigerator. I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe video. Something a little different, but something a little fun. Be sure to like the video. Let the YouTube algorithm know that I'm making good content. And comment down below if you have other recipes that you do in those small canteen cups or the cup and skillet. I'm really curious to know what else is out there, especially if they're like traditional recipes or tried and tested soldier recipes. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the trail.